Operation opposed by Howard LaFresque, as stated above. Opposition overruled by Wilbur Frisk and scheduled for May 1st, 2000. And it's still open. Then for the water cave, excavation site B.
As constantly entertaining as it might seem to have access to memories one has no recollection of receiving, it also places me in somewhat of a predicament. This saboteur, for some reason, he conjures in my mind the color red.
Yeah, I did that very same thing yesterday, which is really stupid, but yeah. I just wanted to see like the start date, like March 2000, and yeah, it's just 10 years. That's a long time, god damn. But it didn't last all 10 years though, but still. Purpose: to locate and retrieve Xeno evidence and artifacts in support of main site activity. Project not deemed critical enough for elevated presence. More on that later. Chief Attending Chemist, Troy Retanesque. He got replaced by Neil Oswald, who we met before, I'm pretty sure. Inexcusable conduct. What they actually found in 1991, these substances that we read about before, which I honestly can't remember. But I remember reading it, just don't remember what was actually, you know, what the substances were. I think there were a couple, so. Confirmed as the primary material used in construction of the Persona TARDIS artifacts, and the first new non-periodic table substance to be discovered by the Archaic for 18 months. January 6, 1992, Artifact 66B. Another artifact discovered, and effects catalogued. Research teams continue to flail at a purpose for these mechanisms. The symptoms manifested by research teams in contact with the artifacts conform to our initial hypothesis regarding their nature. Expenses, clearly a lot less than the main project. There were some casualties. And the, 3 below archaic acceptable max. It's kind of, you know, bad. Additional notes. Report filed concerning a potential saboteur, following multiple mechanical losses and thefts, particularly of radio equipment. Theory. Dehydration as a cause of exhaustion, leading to misconduct, which got debunked. Theory. Missing miner Tom Redwood, still within mining facility even. And that is still open. Well, he still is there, not in his human form, but he's still there. Final status, closed. Hostile local fauna levels uneconomic. And then Greenland site, which was even earlier. Report filed by founding overseer Brent Stafferson. Report updated by Chief Overseer Wilbur Frisk. Background. In January 19, 1973, the Archaic Central Cast becomes aware of a large-scale industrial accident at a remote mining complex in northwest Greenland. The accident coincides with local reports, dated over a period of decades, concerning abnormal animal behavior and growth, high suicide rates, and unusual events within the mine itself. These reports centralize over the precise location of the mine collapse, itself reportedly caused by a crazed miner. Xeno activity is suspected, and a full investigation sanctioned. Purpose: well, to locate and retrieve Xeno evidence and artifacts. So yeah, there's the personnel that they went in with, total of 88. And a lot of lower caste, who basically had no rights, but were just to dig. The operation. After 2 years of construction, Shelter is now practically self-sufficient, eliminating many issues surrounding archaic privacy concerns. Concern threatened during the construction phase by the much increased sea freight required. Shelter operates with the skeleton crew of research staff, supported by a small crew of maintenance and general care personnel. An elevated caste presence of reasonable magnitude is warranted by the potential value of any discoveries. Unskilled labor and resource management is outsourced to discreet local villagers. Plans to adapt more than a fraction of the old mining complex to archaic needs have been abandoned, and work is now commencing on the excavation site immediately below the facility and within half a mile of 1973 explosion site. Security level, highest priority. According to standard procedure, all documentation concerning the facility was destroyed upon construction. All those that know of the facility's existence either work within the facility or are of no great concern. The facility can sustain itself with only minor reliance on local settlements. The facility, for all intents and purposes, does not exist. This presents only minor practical annoyances. Findings, the substances, the persona tardis, which got mentioned before, 27 of them even, now believed to be somehow related to the contents of the recently discovered tomb. And the finest specialis artifacts, 10, of little real value to archaic, but for some reason of great collectible value to the lower caste. And the Turingate tomb. And it's still operational. Alright then. Current operation, that's other research sites. Yeah, more on that later as well. Door lock controller. Oh god. This is actually something I stumbled across later. For now you don't know the ID, so now it's the decision really, like, do I enter it now? Because I know which 4 numbers it is, and I'm pretty sure I know the number as well. Or do I just go and find it normally and then run back? It's just saving time, right? Yeah. I think it's 3106. 3160. If it's not 3160, then, you know, I'll not do it. Clearly. Okay, fine. I believe it was that though. God damn. Fine. Mention that you know it, and then, you know, you don't. Which is great. No, I think that should be it then. If I didn't miss anything really obvious, which I don't seem to. Alright. The door leading into the library is locked by palm and iris scanner. Alright. Now I have no clue in which order I know some things I can do. Just yeah, I'm not sure in which order I am going to. I guess I'll just stumble around, which, you know, is only fair. Because I get lost here anyway, so... Oh, batteries. And there's this. It looks like there's some sheets of paper framed behind the glass. Maybe I can get them out. Well, there's a convenient rock right here. Yeah, throw. So that helps. An illustrious past, an exciting future. The Archaic, a history spans centuries. As a member of the Archaic, you are a part of an organization vital to the protection of the human species. If you are not a member of the Archaic, please turn yourself in to the nearest community support officer. The Archaic, as we now know it, was founded in 1590 by Francesco Melzi, a Milanese noble. The foundation of the movement, assumed erroneously by some to be a sect, was private work of Leonardo di Ser Piero da Vinci. Oh yes, revealed to his most trusted student Melzi on his deathbed. Many rumors circulated at the time pertaining towards a sexual relationship between the two, and this was an explanation for their secrecy. They were quite happy to embrace. Much is held to be known of Da Vinci's engineering work.